in charge of it? Okay. Thought I'd come over just in case you have any questions, but I think once it's already up, I think I would just probably not do this press conference, just back out of it, and then just open up the next one. Yeah. Yeah, I came in, turned it on and everything, so yeah. One thing you should have to do is, so, yeah. Right now, it is, should be good. I'll hang around though, just to make sure. Yeah, you're gonna have to help block a few seats for us. I think Brad's got a plan. Okay.
Is that your job description? We're switching at games and stuff.
Yeah. How's it going? Yeah.
You said 57?
Yep. Well, yeah, we'll start a 30-minute clock at 57.
Okay.
Ready to go?
Yeah, you are.
Go right ahead.
Okay.
Oh. Thank you.
Jerry, I like the black and gold uniforms.
Do you? You know, we wore them 2-3 years ago here. We had no idea it was a blackout. And Tony's like, "What the heck, man? You trying?" I'm like I did that on purpose. And at the time, it was the only dark color we had. So
Yeah.
now we have blue, but
Get out of here.
the seasons are long. You try to just go with colors that you win in. But
I thought you delegated to your assistant coach. Are you?
what's that?
I thought you delegated to your assistant coach in blue.
Well,
That could. Thanks, Jake.
every time we come south, it snows.
You should come more often.
I mean, we thought we were gonna get snow. They canceled school for 3 inches.
What was that? At Carney?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't have me as president. I'm here. He never can.
That's not a popular thing with your students. Your students liked you.
All right, we'll go ahead and get started here. We've got Nebraska-Kearney victors of the first quarterfinal. We've got head coach Carrie Amy, and she's joined by Trinity Law and Brooke Carlson. We'll start with an opening statement from Coach, and then we'll open it up for questions for Coach and players.
Well, I'm really proud of our kids. That was a tough game, and a lot of credit to Minnesota Duluth. We have a ton of respect for their program. Honestly, we feel like we're playing ourselves when we play them. They've got, a couple of really, really good forwards with Brooke Olson and Sarah Groh, and and then their guards are super solid, and they're disciplined, and they're not easy to score on, and so we have a ton of respect for them, and it was a great game, and really proud of our kids. The last 2 minutes felt like forever, but we were able to execute well enough down the stretch to win the game. But overall, I thought from start to finish, our defense was phenomenal, and then offensively, we had some really, really great stretches in both halves, in the first half and then in the second.
All right, any questions for coach or players?
Talk about the start of the game. We kind of jumped down them early. I think there was 5 or 6 turnovers right off the bat. How big was it to get off to a good start? And we also can control the glass too.
Yeah, really important, and that's kind of one of the things we talked about with them defensively, is being disruptive and trying to just get deflections and give good ball pressure. They got really good length, and they do a great job of finding their post players in situations where they can catch and go to work in the paint. And so to be able to disrupt and get some deflections and force some turnovers was really important for us, to start the game. And then offensively, too, I thought we really got some great touches, and our team did a phenomenal job of knowing exactly what we were trying to get and going right to that and being able to capitalize.
Coach, did you change up much from how you approached them last season when you met them? I think you both teams had the entire starting lineups coming back. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a special tribute to like veteran teams and whatnot. But same recipe, or did you guys make some wrinkles? Because it's obviously mostly the same players.
Yeah, honestly, it wasn't as much about what do we need to change. It was kind of looking at the film, saying what worked, and then trying to do that more often and trying to find more ways to be able to expose what we thought, was their weakness, even though there's really not a lot of weaknesses in their defense. And so, yeah, it was really just kind of analyzing, okay, it's the same team, so that was helpful. So what are the things that we did that worked well, and how can we kind of go to those early and really try to establish those things at the start of the game.
I know they were familiar with you, and then obviously they were looking at you at your season, but you have a great screen game that frees up your players going to the rim, and that was evident today. But is that something that that goes deep into your own coaching background, or how is that, or do you feel like that's where the women's game is going, like the NBA?
Yeah, for sure. Ball screens are definitely become a huge part of the game. Honestly, when I was playing, that wasn't as much a part of the game. I'm old, so it's really become a big part of the game, and we've done a lot of work in trying to figure out how to use that to our strength and our abilities. And, we've got forwards that are really, really skilled and talented. And we've got some guards that are really skilled and talented. So we tried to develop an offense where we're able to allow all of our players the opportunity to be successful and to have opportunities to score within the framework of what we're doing. And also give them the freedom to be able to make some of those decisions. And so when our team is really moving the ball, sharing the ball, and we're getting that thing going from side to side, eventually we're going to get what we want. And today I thought our team was really diligent in getting what we wanted.
Brooke, what worked in the paint? We got them by 10 or 11, and then we really limited it to the 2 big post players.
Yeah, I think just something that we've been working on throughout the last week of practice is getting them in space a little bit and attacking them because we knew they had great length and great size and they're physical, so it's not always going to work just to be more physical and muscle through them. So, but then on the rebounding side of things too, just making sure we're boxing out, hitting a body, and then offensively, we knew we could maybe go in and get some more O boards against them, create more possessions and opportunities for our team.
Coach, you went to Brooke right away in the first half and even in the second half. Is that kind of the game plan?
Yeah.
Right at him.
Absolutely. And that was really something we've been emphasizing since the MIAA tournament loss, is just we did not get quality post touches in that game. And so our forwards are way too good to not be finding opportunities to get them the ball. So, yeah, that was definitely one of the things. Also, too, our forwards and our guards both do a great job of playing off of each other. So, you know, when we're able to get good, valuable touches in the paint, you know, our guards do a phenomenal job of playing off those touches. And I thought Trent did a great job today of playing off of our post players' touches. And she was really good for us today. You know, she was getting paint and getting to the rim and creating for other people, and you know, she caused a lot of problems for their defense.
Yeah, Trinity, you drew 8 fouls, Sarah drew 6. When did you feel like maybe that they couldn't stay in front of you guys? It's my job to get to the rim.
I feel like coach is always just something that she's talked about with me, like always looking to attack the paint and put pressure on the rim, because then that opens up things outside. So then putting pressure on the paint, sometimes they just don't cover down, and then that's when you get the opportunities to finish.
Trinity is extremely explosive, and she's hard to keep in front. So she, you know, she's almost shockingly difficult for defenses when they're out there trying to close her out.
You guys played in the second day last year, right?
Yeah.
So, but you ended up playing all 3 days.
Actually, it was only a 6-team tournament last
Oh, it was?
year.
Okay.
So we got a bye in the first round,
Okay.
and then we played Duluth in the second round, and then Central Missouri for the
But obviously
championship.
that's your goal this time.
Absolutely.
And you play 3 days in a row often, like at a conference tournament, but this is a little different, like your season ends. So how are you preparing differently for the challenge? And, because you got like kind of a quick turnaround, quick film study.
Yeah, I mean, you don't, I don't think. I mean, even in our conference, we play on a Thursday, and then we turn around and play Saturday. So you got a little bit more time. But, you know, you don't necessarily prepare differently. It's just you do it quicker. You know, and really even just like resting and all those kind of things. I think when you get into tournament time, it's just really, you got to be mentally tough and really, you know, you're not going to recover fully. So it's just, you know, digging deep and just playing tired and being able to do the right things while you're tired.
Anything else for the players or coaches? Thank you. Congratulations on the win. Good luck the rest of the weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is this Kansas State basketball tournament week 2? Is this?
Yes,
Okay.
they're in Dodge.
Okay. It's not here, it's in Dodge. Is that kind of how it goes?
No, well.
Well, it's usually here. Right?
We haven't had it here for 4 years now.
Oh, because you gave it up.
Yeah, we gave it up because we had too many conflicts.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
What's that?
Supposed to be.
Yeah,
He got him in here a little bit quicker.
yeah. Sorry, I came in late. I just figured I hadn't done.
No worries.
Looking for you over the anyway. Do you guys have a Wi-Fi password for the press row?
The Gross Coliseum network is athletics all over the place. More accessible. Yeah, he's seen that. Nothing. Dan here,
Yeah.
coach in the middle.
But
and
we actually have the
Three.
three seniors. We'll just,
Okay.
so just grab a seat.
You guys can sit.
Yeah, just
What's the other one?
Sarah, do you want to sit on the end maybe?
What's the other one? Senior.
Call.
Sorry.
That one right here. And then last one, Peyton, lumberjack.
You go sit. Should we just share a seat? I'll stand.
All right, we're here with the Minnesota Duluth Bulldogs, SIC tournament champions. We'll start with an opening statement from Coach Mandy Pearson. Then we'll be joined by players Peyton Call, Ann Simonette, and Sarah Groh. Coach, go ahead. Congrats on a great season.
To be on the verge of tears, which I'm trying to hold it together, I don't cry in front of anybody, and it's taking everything in me not to just lose it right now, because these three are one of the most talented, kindest, best leaders, just one of the best classes I've ever had the opportunity to coach. What they've done in their 5 years at the University of Minnesota Duluth, on and off the court, is I don't even have the right words to describe how incredible these three are and how much I'm going to miss them. And it's just unexpected today. I was probably a little bit too confident that we could make a really good run in this tournament because of their leadership, because of the other players on our team. And I think along with, these three decorated super seniors, as I like to call them, the team that we had this year, it didn't matter if it were, these three starters, some of our other starters, the, 3 or 4 people that would come off the bench for us, or the younger group that didn't get to play in actual games. I think they gave everything that they possibly could, and you don't come across a team like that very often. Every day they competed at practice, and I think, the way we started to the way we ended, this group got better almost every single day throughout the season. I say almost because I'm a little picky. But I don't know, these three are incredible. I don't have words, because if I say anything more about them individually, I honestly will lose it, and I don't like to do that.
Any questions for coach or players?
Coach, did anything surprise you about the approach that Kearney took, or was it as expected? I know you were wary of the screen game for sure.
Yeah, they're really difficult to guard, and unfortunately, we didn't contain them as well as we needed to be successful. So I wasn't super surprised by anything. I thought they were probably more physical in defense than we were. They were a little bit more aggressive with some things than we were, and that, I think, when it came down to it, was the deciding factor in the game, because we got some good looks, and even down the stretch, I'm really proud of these guys, because they executed some things in crunch time and got some looks in quick time, which actually gave us a little bit of a chance to make a run in the final minutes after we got down by 13. So.
And you came out of halftime, and I believe took the lead there for a little bit, and probably that was your best stretch of the game, I would guess. Any great words at halftime, or did you refocus things? Did you change anything up, or were the shots just falling at that point?
I'm not a great person to motivate people at any time, but I think we talked about a few things, and we came out and we were the aggressors in those minutes, and when you get to conference tournament time, NCAA time, everybody's good, everybody's talented, everybody makes plays, everybody makes mistakes. And I don't even think we made that many mistakes. It just came down to which team was more aggressive and stuff that they were doing. And that's not saying that they weren't trying hard. you know, these girls bust their butts. They played really hard. It's just, sometimes it's that aggressiveness that breaks a game at this, when you get to this level.
It seems the screen game is becoming more and more the norm in all levels of competitive basketball. But some teams do it better than others. What makes them so good at executing it?
It's all they do. And they are really good at making reads out of it. And so it doesn't matter what you do defensively against this team, they have a counter to those things. And so it's challenging. You know, at times I kept second guessing, should we be switching things? But then we end up with mismatches inside too. And so it's a challenging thing to defend, especially when their guards are so explosive getting to the rim.
I have a question for many of the players. What did it mean, you know, to go through COVID and everything together and then come together in the 5th year and win the NSIC championship and really make it this far? What does that mean to you?
It was super special for sure, especially for our last year. Just thinking about all the things we've done in 5 years, and every year I say this is the best team ever. Like it's so cool to be a part of this team, and I feel like we just got so lucky with our coaching staff and our teammates these last couple of years, and it's just been an amazing ride. And finishing it, obviously we always say only one team has a happy ending, but the year we had was pretty special to end on for sure.
Yeah, I guess I would say COVID year, I think it made us closer as a team. We really only had each other to hang out with, so kind of limited there. But and then coming back for this 5th year, super special with this group. And then, you know, we get new freshmen every year. You think you have a great team, and then it just keeps getting better. So, and that shout out to Pearson. She brings in great people, and
Ann Simonet gave me a shout out.
it's your first one in 5 years. But no, it's been a good ride, and unfortunately we ended it this way. But looking past these past 5 years, it's really grateful.
For the players, I wrote, you know, a really nice in-depth story on you guys last year, and then had the privilege of doing the same for the men's team here this week. And it was striking to me how the two programs had sort of mirrored seasons. It's a record. Both had all the entire starting lineup coming back. Both played in the championship game, and you guys were there to support each other. And then, but I'd also heard, and I know Coach said you guys only had each other to hang out, but technically the men's team was there too during COVID. But I could picture it as kind of like an apocalyptical campus. Like there was nobody really around except these 25 basketball or 30 basketball players or whatever, right, and their support staffs. So what are your memories about? I heard you got a lot closer with the men's team, and you know, and because sometimes the basketball programs can be in competition in some way, in weird ways. So do you have anything to share about the memories from that, looking back?
I don't know, I think
Maybe
just
a funny story or
I don't know if I have a funny story, but just getting to spend more time with them, it's getting to know them, like maybe you're intimidated by them or whatever, and you don't necessarily always meet them and talk to them all that much, or you cross paths at practice time change, but like not really besides that. So it was really fun to just get to know everyone and get to know their personality, and they're all awesome people, and I think they saw that in us too, so it just makes it so much fun to just cheer for like almost like your brothers or something. It's just really fun.
Yeah. I think something pretty neat is we have a group chat with the women's and men's team.
Oh, wow.
You do.
Yeah. So that's, you can imagine, that's pretty fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, grateful for the men's team. Positive of each player, their managers, and their coaching staff. So grateful to have them alongside, especially these last 2 years. So.
You guys may know people in high school who like were quote unquote robbed of their prom or didn't get to have certain things because of COVID, and it affected everyone in different levels of education. But do you look at this season you got this extra season you got to have as a blessing in disguise? You feel it's helpful? It's a cliche, but it's given you like a more mature perspective that you can't always count on. Other things.
Yeah. I think I would say even last year, I think our leadership our coaching staff, every time we practiced or played a game, the mindset of just being grateful to be there and be there together. So I think last year was a great season, and then we just got this year as an additional season together. So yes, I agree with that. I just think it follows from our athletic department down to our coaching staff and then leaders. I think it's just a mindset, and everyone was so positive,
And so it's been a great experience. So having the additional year was a blessing, but last year I think we made the best of it, and that goes to our leaders.
A lot of people are bitter about COVID or like are negative about it, but could you share something positive, how it made you a better person, or like do you feel it's improved you as an individual? Anything?
I don't know. Well, I definitely think it helped me. I'm very I want to know what's going to happen. And last year we didn't even know if we were going to play that day. So it really just helped me adapt, be more adaptable, and ready for change.
Yeah, I think COVID as a whole, everyone looks at it very negatively, but we always say the best thing that happened with COVID was we got this extra year, and kind of what Ann said, a lot of people do look at it negatively, but we definitely made the best of it, and we were just so grateful to even have the opportunity to play games last year. And then this bonus year, it was great.
Yeah, definitely a
I
bonus.
have one more quick
COVID.
one for Sarah. You're going to be staying in Duluth for grad school.
Yes. Yep.
So you'll get to come and support Coach and Brooke and Mason and the returning players. But so it's obviously a sad day for you, but you're going to be their biggest fan next year.
Yes, I will.
Can you just kind of talk about that next phase in your life and how it's played out for you?
Yeah, I'm actually going to be living in Coach's basement. So I'll be pretty close with the team, I think, still. And it'll just be really fun to keep, being someone that they can come to for advice or just someone to cheer them on always and always, be a positive light for them.
Great, thanks.
Yeah.
Anything else? Thank you so much. Congratulations on a great season.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Lasting forever. You're awesome.